The Crit Show contains elements of horror, fantasy violence, and adult language. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Crit Show. And hello specifically to the fruit snacks currently tucked in Tass's cheeks.
Nope, I got him. I
like
get
a
it.
hamster.
He swallowed them like pills right there at the start of the recording.
I had to hurry. I had three little gummies in my mouth at the same time.
He's going to be so high later.
This episode's about to get real weird.
Those Flintstones vitamins will fuck you up, man. If you just like swallowed a gummy like a pill, how do you think that affects the digestion? So like swallowing gum, like does it just take forever? Does it take longer to break down in your belly substantially because it's still whole?
I love this question.
I'm glad because you're looking at me like I'm a fucking idiot. So.
I can't imagine that it makes much of a difference because when I eat gummies, I eat like a handful at a time and I don't bother chewing that much.
God.
This has just led into a conversation that I was contemplating having with you all.
I'm glad we could backdoor into it.
Well, it's just the whole idea of like chewing and digestion and all that stuff. Because, my partner does not have a stomach, so that drastically changes the amount of times that they have to chew food when you don't, have stomach acids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Important things for breaking down. When you're like, oh, I've been paying attention to something, I always can't stop paying attention to it. So like I have been eating meals with people and like, I wonder how many times they chew when they eat. And it's just...
God. Oh, God. What am I about to learn about myself that I can never forget?
Are you about to impart some terrible knowledge on us about ourselves?
We are all pelicans.
Not terrible knowledge. This can all be cut.
More like a duck. Pigs tend to chew.
I think your digestion might have less issues. When The Chosen was here, we were at a burger place. I noticed that when you were eating one of your burgers, you didn't chew anything more than 7 to 12 chews. And you're supposed to chew like 30. And I was like, I'm wondering if that upsets your digestion.
Is this the burger I was head down for?
Both of them, yeah.
Could you accurately count
Yes.
my chews? Okay. Well, that's a shame.
I feel like it has more. It has more to say about what was on the burger.
Well, but I mean, that's all part of the digestion process is getting the food fine before you swallow it because it makes all of your internal stuff do less work.
The smaller you make the bits, the easier they can be broken
That's why
down.
when you don't have a stomach, you have to chew. You're supposed to chew like between 45 to 55 times each bite of food.
I just pour like French fries straight down my throat.
Anyway, I just had, because you're always having tummy issues. I was like, I wonder if you chewed more.
Did that burger fuck me up? I don't recall it having a particularly adverse effect on me.
I mean, no more than normal.
What about me? What's my chewing like?
I don't know. I
can't look at you.
I got so zoned in.
I couldn't look at anyone but Jake. Don't worry, I get it.
Yeah.
Me too.
I get heartburn and stuff so much, and I think it's because I just put food in my mouth like I'm putting a quarter in an arcade machine.
Yeah, you got to chew. You got to chew your food.
Yeah, it depends on the flavor, because there's times where I'm like eating something and I'm just like spoonful after spoonful, then I'll go.
Or if it's like so hot, you're like, oh, I got to swallow this. No time for chewing.
Yeah. But there's times where Jake looks at me and he's just like, breathe.
I did like accidentally swallow a bite that I definitely had not chewed enough recently. I don't remember where or why, but it was like swallowing an entire golf ball. Like it fucking hurt immediately, and I was like, oh. Oh God, why? I don't know why I did it. Oh man.
Just everybody at home, make sure to
Chew your
food properly.
Everybody at home, you're blinking manually now. Consider the sensation of your tongue in your mouth. Oh, well, thank you for your dark magic. and that's my transition into the Clockwinder. Hey.
That's Rev's superpower, is specifically making Jake realize terrible things about himself.
That I can never forget.
But it's because I want you to be okay.
The only way I can reverse it is by harming his character. So, anyway, last time on the Clockwinders, we delved further into the frozen cathedral, reaching the chamber in which the movement core rests, frozen, completely iced over. Our heroes also discovered pretty quickly that it seemed to be full of a presence of some sort, that they sussed out was some form of shades, kind of memories of the people who had been in this place as it met its fate, and so did they. When Maxine tried to operate on the movement core, they took it poorly. Kade wasn't there for any of that because he's scared of ghosts.
Yeah.
And I gave him a fate point for running away like a scaredy cat. They also determined that Carver seems inclined to be dishonest with them, maybe betray them in some capacity. He seems more focused on the value of this thing than what he has led on and what they are here for. But ultimately, they were able to find the solution to this room, that the vibe of the shades in here was dire, and they just needed to change that. They needed to bring back some of the feeling this place was meant to convey rather than what it had come to convey. And in doing so, and touching the ether within a little bit, they started to melt the ice around the movement core. And that is where we find ourselves. And even beyond that, upstairs, Kade, I think standing outside of the open doors, you also hear dripping starting. And you notice that like little drips of water are falling throughout this main chamber beyond the front doors. It doesn't seem like it's super fast or anything. It's not like turning into rain, but you can absolutely hear this sound you couldn't hear before. You can see little bits of water pooling on the ground.
Guys, is this place starting to melt?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Is that good?
We think so.
Get down here.
Is the ghost mad still?
I don't think so.
They tried to attack us once, but once we sort of
Don't tell him that.
Well, once, but then when we chilled out, they did too, and it's all lovely. Vibes are good.
I'm going to step inside and like try to look down through the floor, see if the vibes are good.
I start screaming.
Yeah, I mean, what you can make out through these many layers of ice, nothing seems to really be happening down there. If anything, it's like a little bit literally brighter down there. Like the light is a little brighter down there.
Okay. Well, I'll continue walking that way down towards the stairs.
Yeah, a few moments later, Kade has made his way down and rejoins you all in this chamber. Kade, you especially, having come from outside, you can feel the temperature difference in this room as well. It feels warmer. Still very cold, but less cold than above.
Oh, it's actually kind of nice in here now.
And that is precisely the vibe we're trying to maintain, that surprise and joy at that feeling. Let's keep that going, shall we?
Okay.
You all can see that the ice on the movement core in particular seems to be melting at an accelerated rate. Faster than anything else around here. It seems like the grouping of these shades, of these reflections around it, is insulating it in particular. There is actually like a hiss of steam coming off of it. You can see steam rising from the movement core, and the ice just melting away pretty rapidly. And as it does, it is revealing the components of the movement core, which look more or less the same. They are still transparent. They still look fine and smooth. And I think you realize it's glass.
I like tap my fingernail on it.
Yeah, you hear the tink of tapping on glass.
Whoa, it's glass.
Oh, glass. That is extremely hard to travel safely.
Yeah, gosh, this is so intricate. There are so many pieces. This must be so fragile and exact in its workings. I've never seen anything like this.
What do you both make of that? Is it working once this is completely melted and the freezing of it is the only problem, or do you need to fix glass?
I look at Kade. I mean, I know that I'm usually the one that looks for things that are out of place with these and then you fix them, but this time it might be the other way around.
Yeah. Let me start to look around here and see if, like, all the components are at least the same, just made out of different materials and what may or may not be moving or fractured or anything.
All right. Kade, why don't you roll to create an advantage with Investigate? And I think you're going to be trying to beat a 5.
Okay.
This is quite unique, unlike anything you've seen.
Yeah. So I'm at a 4. But man, I noticed what's out of place.
Okay. So that will get you an aspect with 1 free invoke. Do you want to spend anything else to bump it up to 2 free invokes?
I mean, I am also the mechanist.
Yep, tried and true. All right, go ahead and spend those points. That will get you this aspect with 2 free invokes. We're going to call it Glass Bottom Core. So you are able to poke around and investigate this thing. And it becomes pretty immediately evident to you that this, like, components you're expecting to see are present, but the arrangement is different. And you know that the ones you've dealt with before are only the ones that were fucked with later down the road. This isn't.
Yeah.
This is like OG, good shit, never been modified movement core. So you understand what you're looking at. You recognize the things you expect to see. You recognize what you aren't used to seeing, but you get it because you have delved into these already and like what their initial function was supposed to be. It just doesn't look exactly like what you have been experimenting with so far.
Okay.
And to that end, I think it would occur to you, because Maxine had mentioned like maybe she's the one to fix this with her restorative magic. This doesn't have the function you need it to have right now. Nobody ever modified this to be one that holds the planet in place. So if Maxine were to restore it, it wouldn't do the job you need it doing.
Oh no!
Okay, so I can see what's different about this compared to the other cores that we've encountered and fixed, but I mean, this one doesn't have the bastardization done to it yet to use the magics to hold the planet in place. So like, yeah, fixing it would make sure that it's still able to, you know, keep the 2 different planets in sync, but it wouldn't act as one locking them in place.
Damn it! Oh my goodness, why didn't we think of that before we came here? It's so obvious! Oh my gosh!
I don't mean to be that guy, but that is what I had in mind when I thought we should bring all of the extra materials, because I knew we'd have to work on it heavily.
I thought you meant in case something was broken and we needed to fix it.
Well, that too, but I also did not anticipate that we might need a fucking glass blower.
So we gotta adapt this one, at least for now, assuming we want to leave the broken one broken.
I turn to Carver. I think that is going to depend entirely on our good captain's thoughts on this place.
He shrugs, as he is wont to do. Oh, hell, I don't know much of anything about any of this.
Well, I mean more in the light of, it's fairly obvious that you have your eye on this for profit, and I understand that. That was part of what we spoke about in coming here in the first place. If we're going to mess with this in a manner that it will do what the other cores on Cadvini are doing now, its integrity as an original piece, doing what it used to do, being unique in that manner, go away. So are you going to stop us if we do?
What?
Yes. What?
I'm just trying to level with you. I want this all to work out for everyone, and a single payday from hauling this item back with you and selling it to the highest bidder will make you comfortable for a while, but it won't be particularly exciting, and frankly, knowing how you all operate, you'll probably spend it away quite quickly. I would rather you have a manner of use for this that will work for you in the long run and make you a great deal more money over time than one nice payment.
Give me a provoke roll, and he is going to contest it with will.
Okay. And I'm not really using my physicality here, so shit.
Can this be a team roll?
I mean, I think it could, but how in the narrative? Like, you aren't even aware of this.
Well, because as soon as he starts saying all this stuff, like, I know Carver. Wait, are you thinking about, like, coming back here and getting a bigger score out of this than the small regular payouts?
Okay. Yeah, who's got higher provoke?
This has just turned into Kade making a roll if you have it at all, because I don't.
I do. I have it at a 3.
Unless I wasn't presenting this as a threat. I'm trying to level with him, so I don't think I can use my stunt.
I mean, it's sort of like...
Here, let me fix this.
Okay.
Because if you fuck with this, I'll kill you.
Okay, yeah. Easy peasy. So what does that make you roll instead?
+3.
Okay. All right, yeah, so who's making the roll, who's granting a +1?
I think you still roll, because narratively it's your moment. I'm just now catching on to it.
Okay.
Like, we both have the same score.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
So
okay.
Take the 1 from Kade. Maxine, are you somehow assisting with this?
No.
Okay. Roll it.
All right. With the extra +1 is a 4.
All right. Carver got a paltry 2.
Oh, okay.
So there is a moment where, like, he like factory resets. There's like nothing on his face at all. He gives you nothing for like a 3 count. And then he smiles again. Okay, you got me. Well done. Yes, I was considering the possibility of maybe boosting this thing myself and selling it for a tidy profit. And if you mess with it, it's going to undervalue it substantially. But, and he like kind of points at each one of you and counts on his other hand, 1, 2, 3, and then he points at himself and counts 1. I don't think it would go in my favor at this juncture.
We need you to understand that it won't go in your favor at any juncture.
I mean, it's true. This is a much bigger project than any of our individual wants or needs. This is literally life and death for this planet.
Yeah, just the simplest version of it. If we change this, it's because we've stopped using one of the other ones, and it needs all 6 to stop the planet from rotating. So if you come here and you boost it and we don't know about it, the planet's going to start spinning and everything dies.
And it's not just the survival of this planet. It's yours, too.
He kind of squirms a little bit. He's like, well, what if I boost this one and then sell it and then let you guys know so you can fix a different one? And I've been paid and everything is working fine.
Well, we already know the locations of another one. I could just... No, I can't. Never mind. I was going to say I could give you the location of that, but we actually need all 10 of them ultimately to make it so that like you could go home if you wanted.
And also, I'm sorry, I genuinely am confused. You seem... I'm not blowing smoke here. You seem like one of the more adventurous, storied captains out here, and you just want one decent payday when you could be the motherfucker going out into the ocean and coming back with crates of jars of ether. You could be the seller of this magic out on the seas and in the frozen lands. That's fucking badass, man.
Yeah, that is way cooler.
He's blushing. Yeah, but I mean, other people are also, like, you know, bottling and selling ether and wielding ether, but, like, nobody else has a glass movement core in its entirety. That's also pretty fucking cool.
It is, but, as stated, no one will after we're done.
Listen, you seem hesitant to agree to this. What if I make you a replica that you could sell?
Oh, that is inspired.
He laughs exactly the same way as I am. Oh, I mean, if there's one thing I love more than taking money from rich people, it's making them look like an ass in the process. So,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, absolutely. I love that.
We got quite a long trip back. I think by the time we get back to the docks, I could have a replica made for you that you could claim was taken on this trip.
I mean, yes, okay, if you can. No rush. I could always say I came back out here and fetched it later.
Okay.
Out from under your noses. Okay, yes. This is good. No roll necessary, my friend.
Ah, great.
What a good idea.
Everyone still has holeless faces. This is perfect. This is very good. Well, not entirely. Everyone has some holes in their face.
I can't believe how quickly the crime got back into my blood.
There may be an element of having to convince the rest of the crew, although they're typically pretty malleable, so I don't imagine. Just, you know, if anything should happen, don't, like, go back without me or anything, or else they might seek upon you and
Makes sense.
Yes, okay. Perfect. You are a formidable trio. Can I just say that? I'm not used to being sort of talked around like that, and I'm not mad at it, but impressive.
Thank you so much.
I'm just looking at the movement core. I hate this. I hate being the ones that are going to ruin this.
Well, I kind of had an idea about that. Instead of building the addition inside, I wonder if I could make it like a separate piece next to it.
Like a external add-on that you could more easily remove later?
Yeah, or that I could even program something in it to like send a pulse to and it kills it, turns it off.
I mean, that would be preferable, yes, but I just even mean the principle of it. Clockwinders for generations would maintain something that was destroyed. I mean, I know technically it's still there, it's still possible, but seriously, Kade, seeing it here, seeing it whole, it just kind of makes me feel sick to think about twisting it into something that's so against what it's for.
Well, I want you to take a second and look at this one. Really take it in. Because before this is all done, you and me, we're going to make sure all 10 of them look like this one again. There's a couple steps in between, but we'll get there.
This is the most unique opportunity anyone's had in hundreds or more years to see one in its original state. I'm even excited by that, and I don't understand any damned thing going on with this.
Yes, we're very lucky. You're right. We're going to fix it. We're going to put it back. This is just the step we have to take right now.
And before we start doing anything, I'm just going to spend time taking extensive notes. Just, okay, how is this one put together so that I know how to revert the other 6?
Is it established as being in a state of disrepair as well, like for its original?
That's what I was wondering. Like, is this something I should try to repair first so we can see what it's supposed to look like?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think that as the ice is melting, it doesn't seem like it's firing back up or anything. So yeah, like you get the impression that independent of being frozen over, it is non-functional.
Okay. That's on me. I thought it was like still pristine, but just frozen in place.
Well, even so, I feel like even if some of it is like broken or not working right, everything you said is
Sure.
so still valid. Just
Yeah.
a matter of like, oh, well, this piece is shattered and that should have not flopped out of that.
Yeah. I'll take the notes
Piece.
after it's fixed, not before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that the what is preventing it from functioning is more like subsurface than what you're used to as well. Like you're used to seeing like rusty parts and broken parts. Like all of the pieces of this do look to be in great condition. Like the glass is essentially flawless, but there's just like, severed connections and things like that. Like it's not like somebody came in here with a hammer or anything. Like it is,
No.
it's surgical is not the right word because that makes it sound like somebody did it on purpose, but just very fine flaws that have added up that overall the condition of it is actually pretty good.
Cool.
Like misalignment issues. And
Yes, yeah, more along those lines than like broken things.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, until it's fixed how it should be, we can't know what those issues are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to take a crack at it?
Absolutely.
All right. So this is going to be maximum size category. Remind me what the damage tiers are again.
Light, moderate, heavy, and destroyed.
I think I'm going to call it heavy. Again, like, the pieces themselves are in pretty good shape, but there is like just a lot of fundamental failures within the mechanism that need to be addressed. It's obviously not destroyed, but it's, it's a big fucking thing and there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of them aren't working.
Oof, okay, that's a 7 then.
Yeah. I think Maxine would know, like, trying to use this to fix a movement core is a big deal.
I can get you to a tie because ether connects all things. I think I'm just also putting magic into Maxine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with amending Clockwinder. This is fundamentally my ultimate goal of what I want to do to all of them. So,
All right. That is a success. So, you see ether start flowing through the glass, refracting within the parts of this movement core, down deeper into the subsurface elements. Kade, I think watching it like through the transparent floor, you kind of recognize the path that it's following. You can see some of the things it's knitting back together that you speculated were broken beneath the surface. And there is a longer delay on this one than anything else you've used this magic on so far. It seems like it's having to dig deep. It's having to go way in there to repair all of the bits and bobs. But after like 45 seconds, things start moving. You see some of these gears start rotating. The image I kind of want to conjure is like what Dr. Manhattan pulled out of Mars. That like glass, like, kind of on multiple planes rotating around each other. Like they start spinning and, the smaller ones within are kind of orbiting inside of like a larger gear that is rotating on a horizontal plane and a different one on a vertical plane. But moment by moment, you just see and hear bits kind of spinning up and starting to activate again. And the ether that you are putting into it, as you let off, you see that shimmer kind of persist. Like most movement cores, you can't really see what they're doing with the ether. They are not transparent, but this one is. You can just see the ether flowing within and like below the gears and cogs of this device.
Whoa. Good luck recreating this, Kade.
Yeah, that went real far down, and everything we've dealt with seems like it's kind of been in the upper half.
This might be the second most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
It's gorgeous. All right, Kade, break it.
Well, let's see if we can just make a side room to it.
Does it affect Cadvini in any adverse way, being the only one running with its original purpose? Is this doing something now?
I don't think so. We know that all of them have to be functioning in order to sync things up, so I imagine the effect that they create just doesn't have enough power unless it's all 10.
Yeah, and even when it is all 10, I think that those original, well, to us, the original 6, got to be changed back to this before they can do the thing.
That's a relief.
Yeah, so I want to try to set to work with the intent of basically making a mechanical piece next to this. And now that we understand that what this thing does is it locks these two planets into dimensional synchronicity with each other, kind of informs like, oh, I can understand how they bastardize that to get it to lock the planet in place. And so just trying to make it a separate piece that maybe interlocks in some places, but that everything it does and everything that Carver wants it to do is on this new metal construction.
Okay. Let me kick this around with you. I want your input.
Okay.
My inclination would be that the scale, wouldn't fit comfortably within this room without damage.
Oh, uh-huh.
Knowing what Kade has dug into and, gotten deep into the movement cores on to, have to repair or have to investigate.
Yeah.
I would think that either you were going to bust this chamber up or you'd need to do this externally. But I don't think we've necessarily vocalized that. That's just where my brain was. What do you think about that?
I don't disagree. I think this would have to be built outside with some pieces running through to connect.
Okay.
Because, we have described him really just vanishing from sight to some extent when he is getting inside of this machinery.
Yeah, particularly the one that you were I want to dig in and see what this does and where it goes. You were gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you want to put it?
We could put it with the ads.
It's a good choice.
It's a great place. Is there a ice shed around back? No,
No, it is sort of built into an ice shelf almost. It's kind of rising up around the outside of the cathedral. It's not literally carved into this, but it seems like weather has built it up over time. I think actually this is something that you guys had kind of speculated on earlier, but this whole thing is ice. Is this going to melt when the planet starts moving? Now realizing, oh, this thing isn't ice. This thing was glass. It's just iced over.
Yeah.
So it probably did just stand proud, and weather has started to overtake it.
Yeah.
Ice has started to overtake it around the outside as well. So there is some space that, the front of it is open, a little bit wrapping around the sides on the outside is open, and you can get if you scale ice kind of up and over it if you wanted to.
I think maybe in front of it might just be easiest in the sense of Carver being able to access it and the removal of it later.
Okay.
It's not I'm worried about blocking anyone from getting in the door. No one else should be coming here. So.
Okay. So I think this is going to be hard.
Yeah.
Because this was a worlds altering action the first 6 times it was taken. I think it is marginally easier because you've seen so many of them already in action. You're not the guy who did this to the first one for the first time. You're the guy who did this to the 6th one.
Yeah, and I have repaired 3 and further broken a 4th.
Yeah. That all being said, I think we're looking at a 7.
Okay.
So Burgle, overcome Burgle with trying to beat a 7.
So I'm at a 5, and I've got 2 charges of glass bottom core.
But you can only use 1 per roll.
Yes. Okay, so I got 1.
I can help you get up to another one.
Okay.
I'm going to go with perspicacious, being able to recognize where things should go from the other movement cores we've seen.
Okay.
Of like, this is something that is being recreated in a different configuration, figuring out what needs to be present.
Okay.
All right. That will get you to the full success. So these always take time. These have always taken days. This is going to take more, like significantly more.
We got to excavate into the earth.
Yeah. I imagine this is at best a week-long process. So what do you all want to do, like, as far as camping here or returning to the ship or sending crew back for supplies or anything? Like, you are well equipped. We've established that you have aspects to represent it. So it's sort of up to you guys.
I have to assume I would be heavily in charge of like going back and forth to the ship to just make sure we have supplies, camping stuff, and so on. So I got Rusty to help me out.
Okay.
I a while ago I spent that fate point to be like, oh yeah, Smee was made for this. I think that in those early, just right away when we start like digging, the light on Smee's face changes color and he just radiates heat.
Okay.
Like he is built to help people who are working in the ice.
I thought that it was going to be his spiky front feet just start going.
He just turns into a drill.
Yeah.
He gets his mouth opens that we didn't know we had, and he just starts eating chunks out of the ice.
Yeah.
He just starts licking it a lot. It's not making an appreciable difference.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like enough to heat the workspace.
Okay.
I also think when I am here, this is one of the few times where I could actually be helpful with this, just because we're setting up new things, probably a lot of heavy gear and stuff. Like I can just genuinely help haul stuff around and hold this while I, screw this in and whatever else.
Okay. All right. So you guys kind of set up camp. Carver reports back to the crew. He breaks the bad news to them. There will be no betrayal today. But explains to them
And the
why
crew
that's
says, that's what you think, and they betray him.
No! We are going to have to float a carcass back home.
There's another one of those fish that show up, and it's like, I'm the captain now.
The crew takes some cajoling, but they come around to why this is the better outcome. And so they are willing to help to the extent that they can. Some more begrudgingly than others, but as far as just traveling materials or whatever, they're fine with that. I think you guys also find that like inside of the cathedral is a nice respite. The temperature overall in there is just a little warmer than it is outside. Not like balmy and comfortable or anything, but as if it was full of people, as if there was just the body heat of a congregation warming this place. It is a noticeable difference in there. So you can sleep in there or go in there to get away from the cold when you need to. But otherwise, this week goes by without major incident. The beacon that was being cast up into the sky by this, as you are working, Kade, it falters and ultimately goes out. The cathedral becomes darker, but there does still seem to be some light coming from the final devout huddled around the movement core that is radiating through the cathedral enough for it to be like navigable. You can see it's just not glowing like it once was, and the night sky is not lit anymore. But over the week, you build this approximation of the underground mechanisms you're used to working on. Exterior, you are able to seat it in the frozen ground. You are able to kind of route it underground to the core itself. And there are a couple of moments where key connections or modifications that the movement core, it clearly objects. It makes a sound that you don't particularly care for in a mechanical sense, but it does what you need it to do. Like there are a couple of those where you can tell that if this thing could talk, it'd be telling you no.
Yeah.
I think during this time, I'm journaling and taking a lot of notes about the movement core as it should be. And every time I hear one of those sounds, I just go, I'm sorry. We'll fix it. I promise.
And you get this thing modified until it is recognizable. It would be recognizable by another Clockwinder who came here to do maintenance. Like, they would understand what they were looking at. They would be able to make the repairs that you have made on so many others, because this is a perfect approximation of the original 6. And you get all of your parts and equipment cleaned up, and the work site no longer looks like a work site. It looks like the cathedral once again, just with this bizarre obstruction out front. Carver is sort of fiddling with it, fiddling with the ether tap, like asking you some questions, making sure he understands how it works and, any dangers. He confides in you that he's still not totally sold on the ghosts now. You've really done a number on him. Thank you for not building it inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys get this place sorted. He claps you on the shoulder, as he has done several times, and in congratulation, you are a singular character, my friend.
Oh, thanks.
I'm glad I didn't have to betray you.
Me too.
So what now? Back home? Champagne, oysters, celebration?
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to drop us off a little further. I don't know directions in this place.
Sunward is east.
If we wanted to skip a second boat trip, if he took us directly to
Carcadia.
It'd be
Yeah.
further south.
further
That's south? Oh man, I'm turned around.
I mean, if you want to take us a little further south, we're actually headed back to Carcadia. Normally, what our plan was just to get back and then hitch another boat. But, I mean, if you got a mind to go to Carcadia for a minute.
He is like drafting one of those vials of ether as you're talking, and he caps it off and like flips it in his hands, and he's like, oh, I suppose I could be troubled to make a trip to Carcadia. Woe is me, as he like tucks that inside of his jacket. Very good. Let's get back to the ship and get underway.
Okay.
So, on the voyage home, why don't we take care of another level up?
Ooh.
Because I think you guys have hit another major milestone.
Nice.
We're so strong.
Yeah, I mean, boy, that's the second one in like 5 episodes or something.
Yeah.
Absolutely powering through them. So we don't need to go through what all that can accomplish, but let us know what your picks have been, what you have changed for your major milestone. Megan, what about you?
I'm boosting contacts up to +5. I think that makes sense from all the schmoozing I did at the ice party and just talking to people about like my last name and my parents' names, and we're fancy merchants. So, and just that if I need to kind of throw my name around to have contacts in something, I'm better at it. I'm also swapping out a stunt, getting rid of Word About Town. I've only used it like once, but I'm going with a new one called Favorable Interactions. Thank you to Tass for the name.
Hey.
Which is gain +2 to rapport when conveying your motives to the Fae. I think this is just a way for me to be very hard on my sleeve, honest about my intentions going forward with movement cores, especially as we go to Cloudgate, because we have to convince people to fix these, but also to fix them wrong first. And there's just a lot of trust that needs to be had in being successful. And then I'm just keeping my point of refresh, so I'm back up to 3.
Okay. Rev.
I am going to bump my burglary to 6 because I'm just getting better and better at thieving and fixing. You know what I mean? And then I'm taking a stunt called Ether Adept. I get a +2 when I defend myself with lore because, Kate's just getting more comfortable with magic.
Of course. And Tass.
I bumped my shoot because, I feel like I've reached a new height killing a kaiju with my bow. So pretty excited about that. So my shoot's a 7 now. And I spent my new point of refresh for a new stunt that I call Brawn over Brain. Use physique instead of will to defend against mind-altering ether effects.
So just like clenching real hard.
Yep, that's right.
You got in my head, Charles.
Defeated.
Flex them right out.
Okay. Is that it for everybody?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. So your voyage goes by uneventfully. You sail back towards the coast, the temperature rising as you do. You sail first back just generally towards Port Valles just to get back into less frigid waters. though still quite cold. But as you follow the coast back towards Carcadia, the temperature rises to a more comfortable level. The daylight increases just a bit to where you're back in twilight instead of eternal night. And we find you making port safely at Carcadia Freehold, back in the realm of Roland the Magnificent. And I think that is where we will leave it this time around.
Woo! Yeah, I do want to say for any pet trackers, I did leave Rusty behind and gave him lots of love and gave him and his herd a whole bunch of, like, all of the rest of the carrots and stuff.
You've probably destabilized the ecosystem
Yep.
by introducing those.
They're going to stop eating.
They're going to stop hunting for carrots on their own.
Yep, they're going to forget how, like immediately. You didn't do enough. I'm always telling you this. You didn't do enough research on these unicorns, and now you've damned them. How many times do I have to tell you this?
They were so ready to be domesticated. They're like, just
Yeah.
feed us once. And
Please take us, please. It's hard out here.
It's so cold.
I have to dig with my horn
There's no TV.
to find weeds.
There's no TV. Oh, you guys don't know about TV? Sorry, that's from that other world we came from. Anyway, bye. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of The Crit Show. If you are interested in more information about Fate as a system or the Clockwinders as a setting, you can find that information in the episode description. You can also visit our Patreon at patreon.com/thecritshow. We have myriad tiers with tons of available rewards, extra shows, extra merch, video content, audio content, you name it, we got it. And tune in next time for more of our shenanigans, returning back to the safety of the belt. Everybody say bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
The Crit Show is a Critshow Studios production, edited and produced by Brandon Wentz, with music by Jake Purley. You can find more information about us at thecritshowpodcast.com. To keep up to date with upcoming live shows, contests, and other special events, follow us at The Crit Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For even more weekly content, join us at patreon.com/thecritshow.